What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I'm here to talk about the biggest rivalry fights that I want to see in 2024. Now, Dana has been cooking up. Everybody's loving the new fights he's announcing for UFC 300. Go watch my video about that if you haven't seen it. But yeah, Dana's cooking up right now, so I want to give him some more great ideas to really keep the fans happy, excited, as he's doing with these announcements for UFC 300, boys. And these are all the biggest rivalry, like beef fights that would be crazy press conferences that I want to see in every division. Let's start off straight away. Flyweight division. Some of these are going to be obvious. Some of these are not going to be obvious. Flyweight, this is a fucking obvious choice, dude. It has to be done. Dana, you have to make Kai Kara-France versus Manel Kape. I'm not going to say this again in another video, Dana. I'm about to get violent, bro. Dana, I'm about to fucking unanimous decision you, bro. If you don't make Manel Kape versus Kai Kara-France, bro. When I saw them announce Manel Kape versus Matheus Nicolau, I was like, bro, Dana is trolling. I swear Dana's been trolling all 2023 with some of these announcements he's been making, the way he's hyping them up, but he can get back in the fans' good books if he makes Manel Kape versus Kai Kara-France. Maybe on the same card as Izzy versus Dricus, if that's the fight that they're going to do. That would be a great matchup, but even as a fight night main event, I need to see this fight. All right, dude, let's move on to the bantamweight division. Not that many choices, really, because again, Sean O'Malley's a very entertaining fighter, but he's not the most charismatic dude. Doesn't have a lot of beef where it's like a really entertaining press conference, right? So I was looking down the rankings and I'm like, Aljo, no, he's going to make it really weird and zesty. Sandhagen, absolutely not. Marab, get the fuck out of here. I decided on Petr Yan versus Cody Garbrandt. Now, I know what you're saying, dude. Cody Garbrandt can barely form a sentence. That being said, he has beef with Petr Yan. They had all this beef when Petr Yan KO'd Uriah Faber. This would be a fun matchup as well, especially if Cody Garbrandt can win his next fight and Petr Yan loses to Song Yadong. This would be a good next fight for both of these guys if they manage to get a W, or if Petr Yan loses his next fight. This is a pretty solid matchup in my opinion. Plus, like I said, there is beef there, so I feel like Cody Garbrandt would get on the press conference talking about, how many times did I fuck you up backstage? Exactly. So I feel like Cody Garbrandt would get pissed off enough to go full Tito mode and make the press conference fire as fuck. Plus, actually pretty good matchup. Like, the boxing in this fight would actually be sick to watch. So, bantamweight, Petr Yan, Cody Garbrandt, that's a banger. Let's move on. Featherweight division. Again, I had to kind of look up and down the division. I'm thinking, like, bro, none of these guys give a fuck. Like, I'm not putting Arnold Allen on the press conference to be like, yeah, Rodriguez, he's a good fighter. I had to get somebody that has some beef, dude. So I want to get Ilia Topuria versus Movsar Evloev. This fight can really likely happen in 2024, bro. I feel like I'm not tripping about this. This could definitely happen this year. Because if Evloev wins one more fight, he's fighting for the belt. And if Topuria beats Volkanovski, maybe he needs a quick title defense, like Volkanovski's injured or he got KO'd, they can't bring him straight back for an immediate rematch. Why not do Topuria versus Evloev? Like, it's two undefeated guys. They had beef before when Evloev pulled out of their first fight, so this is a solid matchup that will probably happen this year, but also there is a little bit of beef there, and I feel like Topuria is broken English, and Evloev actually speaks pretty good English too. These guys could definitely have a decent press conference, and the fight would be a high level as well, so I feel like this is a kind of an underrated future rivalry that I think we're going to see at featherweight. Remember the video, like on Bilal Muhammad, trust! I've got another Izzy line coming, by the way. I'm just letting you know in advance, I've got another Izzy line prepared for this video. But seriously, bro, this could be a future rivalry, dude. So let me know what you think of this one. Ilia Topuria, Movsar Evloev is my pick for featherweight. Let's move on. Pretty obvious one. Islam and Arman 2, bro. Islam and Arman Tsarukyan 2. The anime story arc of Arman Tsarukyan coming back from that loss. Trust, it's gonna be magic, like a wizard. I'm telling you, bro. The storyline with the fucking Islam versus Arman would be fucking insane. I feel like there would be a lot of like heat between these two because Arman always manages to kind of get in beef and he's kind of sly with it. Like, you look at him, you don't really think of him as a trash talker, but he does kind of get savage when it gets on social media and when he's on the press conference with somebody that he doesn't like. So I feel like we could definitely see a pretty heated build-up between Islam and Arman Tsarukyan, but also more than anything, it's the storyline, right? Like, it's the comeback of Arman from losing that first fight to maybe he beats Charles Oliveira, he gets a title shot. Maybe he beats somebody else after he loses to Charles and he gets a title shot anyways. Whenever this fight can happen, I feel like the storyline of Arman getting back to that fight when a lot of people feel like he's the only one that can really beat Islam, I want to see them fight more than anything. I feel like the actual fight itself would carry this kind of rivalry. And I think it's just a competitive rivalry more than like a beef rivalry, the way that featherweight or, flyweight was, right, dude? Let's move on. Welterweight division, my favorite division. Dude, where the fuck did all the entertaining talkers go, bro? I remember like 2020, 2019, it was like any welterweight fight, you were like, bro, this is a heater, dude. Like they had Colby and Masvidal up there, Masvidal. Bro, I didn't fucking buy a fucking Obama phone, dude. You're a complete fucking liar, dude. Go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Like every single guy up there was beefing. It was crazy. And now I look at the press conferences and I'm like, oh great, I can't wait for Wonder Boy versus fucking Sean Brady, the press conference. Like it's kind of dead at welterweight, bro. But there's only one fight that can save this god awful division from Leon Edwards, and that is Belal Muhammad versus Colby Covington. Now the fight itself would cure insomnia. I truly believe that. This would be one of the most boring fights ever, but the press conference would actually be pretty good. I feel like the build-up would be very entertaining. I mean, the way that Colby Covington and Belal Muhammad talk about each other, there is genuine dislike there. There's genuine hatred there. Belal Muhammad, say what you want about him. He's actually probably the best talker right now at welterweight. Because it ain't fucking Leon are you Arab? Are you Arab, Belal? Where you from, bro? Are you Arab? I was just wondering, bro. Like, what the fuck are they going to do at the press conference? If Belal Muhammad wins, he should just defend the belt against Colby, dude. Just go full WWE mode. Just pick Colby Covington. Let them beef at the press conference. But more realistically, if Belal Muhammad loses to Leon Edwards, this is the perfect bounce back fight for him, dude. I think Belal versus Colby is very likely to happen if Belal loses this fight to Leon Edwards, which could definitely happen. So, all in all, there's two ways this fight could happen. I feel like the press conference would be very entertaining. I feel like the beef would be kind of mainstream because there is a bit of politics to it. And all in all, probably the highest ranked kind of beef fight you can make at welterweight. Let's move on to the middleweight division. This is a fight that I feel like not many people would pick in this category. I feel like a lot of you are thinking Dricus versus Izzy, or, Sean versus Dricus 2, or Sean versus Izzy 2. All very solid picks. But dude, this is kind of like the one that got away, dude. I want to see Hamzat Chamaya versus Paulo Costa, bro. I need to see this matchup. I want to know what the fuck's going to happen. I want to see Paulo Costa defend a takedown from Chamaya. I want to see what happens, bro. Like, I need this fight to happen, dude. I feel like there's a solid chance this could still happen, especially if Paulo Costa pulls out of the Robert Whittaker fight. I almost said something else. It was going to be really fucking zesty, dude. But dude, if Robert Whittaker and Paulo Costa falls through, please, Dana, listen to me. Dana, get off IG Live. Make Chamaya versus Costa. Abu Dhabi, Brazil. I don't give a fuck. Can we stop gatekeeping Chimaev to once a year? Just put him on a Brazil card against Costa, dude. I want to see what the crowd is like. All in all, this is the biggest rivalry fight that I want to see at middleweight. I'm not as interested in Izzy versus Dricus. This makes sense ranking-wise. The beef was more entertaining anyways. The build-up was more exciting. The fight is going to be more intriguing, all right, dude? That's my pick for middleweight. We got two more left. Light heavyweight division. This one's kind of an obvious one, bro. This one's kind of an obvious one, dude. Okay. I want to see Alex Pereira versus Jamahal Hill, dude. The beef between these two, the fact that Jamahal Hill, every time somebody mentions that he's not the light heavyweight GOAT, bro's on Instagram fucking reading his UFC stats. Alex Pereira's buying fucking Zins, dude. And he's like living that party life, but low-key he's still training for this fight, talking about, bro, I'm gonna fucking shut this dude up. There's like real heat there, dude. There is real heat in this rivalry. The matchup itself is very intriguing as well. I feel like Alex Pereira's calf kicks versus Jamahal Hill's boxing is going to be very entertaining, and I feel like there's a chance of a knockout either way early on. All in all, plus the storyline of Jamahal Hill beating up Glover Teixeira, it writes itself, dude. This is a fucking insane matchup in every level, and I'm hoping this headlines UFC 301 or 300. I don't care. I feel like we're going to see this matchup, and I really hope we do. All right, last one, heavyweight division. Another pretty obvious one, but, nothing wrong with something being obvious, dude. John Jones, Tom Aspinall, the Twitter beef. Get in the fucking cage, dude. Get off fucking Twitter, bro. Get this shit together, dude. John Jones is literally touring Australia. I don't know why bro is trying to, come to my hood, dude. Like, I never said you could come to Australia, little bro. But, dude, stop fucking touring down under. Get in the fucking gym and go fight Tom Aspinall, bro. Now, I know what you're saying. You would never say that to John Jones. Obviously, I wouldn't say that to John Jones, guys. But listen. It doesn't mean it's not true, okay? Stop fucking going on world tours, bro. Recover up right now. Fight Tom Aspinall. Give us what we want. We don't want to see the Stipe fight. These are all my picks. Let me know what you guys think down below. What rivalry fights do you want to see in 2024? What big fights do you think would have a little bit of heat at the press conference? What's the best press conference the UFC could put together? Comment your ideas down below. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Subscribe to the channel. Go follow me on Instagram at Bedtime MMA. I'll see you in the next video, boys. Goodbye.